Hello, and welcome back to the Better Build World. This is episode 15. If you remember in last episode, we built up this monument farm. I've been AFKing at it a bit, not too much. And I do eventually want to come back and like make this place look better, like look nicer, have maybe like a stairwell coming down here. And I also built this item sorter off camera. I did change out these auto dispensers. So instead of it just being, well, let me get up here. Instead of it just being observer clocks, it's an actual comparator thing where it recognizes a signal. And I did that for the other side as well. So it's a lot less noisy down here. And I also added these composters, not for any particular reason, just so it's less laggy. But even then, it's a single player world, so lag's not really a top concern for me. But in between episodes, I've been a bit busy. I haven't been doing too much, but one thing to note is I've been kind of sick lately, or not kind of sick. I've been really sick lately, and I've just been doing random things to help prep for this episode, including if I fly over to the industrial area. I built a stone farm where I can just sit here and farm stone with haste too, and I've been running this a bit, as you can see. I also built this tree farm, and I've been running it a bit to get spruce because this is what we're going to be using for the floor, and I'm actually going to grab a bit of it right now. Since we're using spruce for in here, I thought, you know what, let me just build a tree farm so we can get all the planks we need. That's all fine and dandy and all. That's not what we're gonna be doing today. So we're not going to do the floor, at least not right now. We might do it later on in the episode. Like I said previously, that we were gonna do the trail, and as you can see, there's, because of how like grass spreads, there's a bit of dirt, there's a bit of grass here in the middle, and I thought, I don't really want grass on the trail. Like maybe a few bits here and there, like this part would be fine, because obviously whenever you're coming out the castle, the trail curves around this way, so people are gonna, if you were going to be walking, you'd be walking more this way. But I started thinking, what can I can probably put something here to break it up, like break up this trail, because as much as I like it, it's pretty boring. It's a very boring trail. So I started thinking, why don't I just make some rocks? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making rocks for the trail. And what I'm thinking is just a very simple, like, maybe start out with a tough cobblestone stone base, add in some andesite, more tough, like that. We need to, hold on, we actually need to get some variants of these. Let's like place a wall there, some of these. Why do I hear a drown? Like something like that. Just a big rock in the middle of the blue. And let's do a couple more of those just around. I don't want to go too heavy on the rocks, but I think this is good for now. I do like how it looks. Yeah, I do like how that looks. So yeah, all right. Yeah, whoa, I do like how this looks. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that, but rocks are cool and all. But I'm thinking we start making a forest. So let's fly back over to the industrial area, pick up some more logs, and let's get to crafting up some of the bits we'll need for this part of the build. So I'm thinking some of these, maybe some of these. You know what, let's get a bit creative too. Let's throw in some signs, some slabs. These trees are gonna be very boring right now because they're not gonna have the leaves, and we're gonna go get leaves later. I'm thinking just something really simple, something like this. Don't want to make it too high, but I think maybe just up to here. And then let's come back down and work on this trunk a bit. Just another thing on the back of this, and then I think we're good. Oh, that looks cool. I really like how that looks. Let's do another one on the other side. And let's have it like that. A bit curved, not coming back into the top like that one. Or not coming back into the center like that one. Come back down here, and let's get placing in all the little important bits. And yeah, I think that'll do it for that one. Maybe just another, not that. Trapdoor there. And yeah, that'll do it for that one. We're gonna add more in the future. I just wanted to get a baseline marked in. So let's put these in, I don't know, here. And let's go get some leaves for these things. But first I need Silk Touch on my hoe. Ah, no, okay, I don't have a Silk Touch book. So let's go over here to the industrial area again. And let's just get a villager for it.
20 minutes later.
Oh, finally, okay. I don't know why I did that. Alright, so we have Silk Touch now. We need to figure out what kind of leaves we want to put on those. Now, as much as I'd like to just use spruce, I think those leaves are way too dark for it, especially for that build, because it's a very light build. So I'm leaning more towards birch, maybe oak. Oak might be a bit too dark, but let's go find an area kind of far away with birch trees. And I guess here will do just fine. So let's get out the hoe and start going to town. Alright, you know what? This should be fine for now. Let's fly back and get to placing them in. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm just kind of winging it as I'm going right now. However, I think that's a good start. Let's go get some scaffolding. Like, as for the leaves, I'm not going to go too heavy on them because I do want to focus on the details of the tree. So I think just the top would be fine. So let's break these. Take a step back. Yeah, I do like that. I think birch is a good choice for it. Let's go fly over here. All right, and let's do the same thing. I just get a scaffolding clutch. All right, let's just do the same thing over here. That is way too much scaffolding. Why did I auto-clicker it? Alright, I think that's good for this side too. Let's break all the scaffolding and see. It's free cam. Yeah, I do like that. I like that a lot. Oh, okay. And yeah, I didn't want to go too heavy on the leaves, not only to block, or not only so they didn't block the statues. Oh, let me fix that real quick. Yeah, I didn't want to block the statues, and I also didn't want to block any of the details I added onto the trees. One thing I noticed while I was making those trees is we haven't done a time lapse. We've done montage shots, but we haven't done a time lapse. And the inside of this needs to be filled. So let's hop into a time lapse and do that. The replay file won't load, but I guess that's a good thing because I still have COVID and I don't want to do a voiceover for it. Well, I had to end the time lapse there because I am completely out of wood. I even during the time lapse you may have seen I even went over here and stole the wood out of here, and I'm just full out. So I mean, we could chop down the tree I have here, which honestly, let's just do that. And then we'll place all this, and if this still isn't enough, then I think I just might either do it off camera or in the next episode. Like, finish it off. This won't be enough. I already know that. But let's just get to placing. This will be enough to finish up the main room, but it won't be enough to finish up that room, and this tower. Which, speaking of this tower, let's go. Alright, well, unfortunately, that's all I can do. Just simply because I don't have the bone meal to finish or to continue on with it. But let's just get rid of this flowing water. That looks so nice. So much better than the just plain grass. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and like always, like the video if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to stay up to date and to continue stay up to date about the channel and watch the series. I'll see you in the next one.